The dust has finally settled on Multipass Lightning Lane, so we're here in the Magic Kingdom again to try to see how we can maximize that system. Come along with us. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here in Magic Kingdom today, and we are going to be checking on Lightning Lanes. Now, I've had a little bit of an interesting morning. I forgot the camera that is in my hand right now in my hotel room. I had to take a loop on the bus back. Now, I'm pretty proud of myself. I rode the same bus to Magic Kingdom, home from Magic Kingdom, and then back from Magic Kingdom because I was able to catch it at the right bus stops. Now, this is how my morning's gone already though. We are here in the Magic Kingdom. We have Lightning Lanes. I have a whole bunch of them booked. I'm about to meet up with Michelle, who has picked up coffee at the Main Street Bakery. But the really cool part about this is that I currently actually have, hi hun, I currently have 4 Lightning Lanes because as we were pulling in, Space Mountain went down. And that instantly triggered me being able to pick a new Lightning Lane because they gave me the multi-experience pass. So I got Jungle Cruise. And then because, as I've told you before, I've noticed that at the 45s, certain rides drop Lightning Lanes for the crowd to get. And at 45, I started modifying that Jungle Cruise Lightning Lane, and I got Tiana's, which is where we are heading to right now. Although, Michelle, you had a breakfast sandwich this morning because you were waiting for me here in the parks.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was pretty good. It wasn't the best thing ever, but I grabbed a quick video of it. I'm glad I did because as I was eating it, the sign disappeared and I felt like I was crazy, but I guess they only sell them till they sell out and they just go back to spring rolls only. So Disney finally heard my cries for a decent breakfast here that isn't a pastry. $7.50 spring roll cart by Adventureland. Look at the size of this thing.
Yeah, now I'm hurt because I wanted one of those sandwiches. But we're heading to Tiana's to do our first Lightning Lane, and then we're going to start just punching them out today. Michelle and I just walked past Pirates on our way over to Tiana's, and Pirates was all the way out into the plaza, and the sign said 35 minutes. That's not 35 minutes. That's going to be like 50. And Michelle and I are currently heading over to Tiana's, and we're going to use that Lightning Lane there. We also have a Lightning Lane later for Pirates. It's a Saturday in Magic Kingdom, hence why we are testing this theory about seeing, now that the dust has set on Lightning Lane and people starting to understand it, is it still worth the money? Right now, I'm going to say it is. We'll see. You can tell it's a little bit of a busy day here because that's the standby line for Tiana's pouring out into the courtyard there. And we're about to get on this. So yeah, this is a good use of a Lightning Lane today. While waiting in line, Michelle and I got a Peter Pan's Flight for later tonight. Now, that one's already starting to fill up. So if you want to do Peter Pan's Flight, you have to grab that one early. Our time for Peter Pan is 6:15. Yeah, that's late. But Space Mountain is still down, and that's what that multi-experience pass is supposed to be for, so I don't want to use it anywhere else but Space Mountain, so I'm saving that one. And the exception of Jungle Cruise, we have all the Lightning Lanes that we want to get already. And I can already tell you that it's really busy in the park today, and it's probably going to be perfect. We're probably going to be able to get on everything we want. I just need to grab Jungle Cruise, and we're good.
Hey, there y'all are. Louis is up ahead. Let's join him and find a band for our celebration.
Hello? Any musicians down here who want to jam? The party's about to begin. This Monaco man, she's bound to play.
No doubt. We'll ask them to join the band for sure.
wet last row. Last row. Just got a little splash on the face.
Just like me, wasting any my time. I see you.
This is where he was at.
Lightning Lane 1, done. On to the next one. I do want to point out that that Lightning Lane is saving us a 60-minute wait in line. And it's only 11 o'clock in the morning. So this is a very busy day generally. And we came here on purpose knowing that this was going to happen to see the Lightning Lane, that the Lightning Lane was still working. Now I want to make sure to point out that as we go through this day, this isn't about getting all the Lightning Lanes, but it is getting all the Lightning Lanes we want. Big difference, but I want to make sure you understand that. But we just missed a 60-minute wait doing that. We are back to the Pirates Plaza, and we are on our way into Pirates of the Caribbean. This is our next Lightning Lane. It literally just started like a minute ago, so about to walk in. According to this entrance, it says 35 minutes. This looks a lot better than it was here before. I do believe this 35 minutes didn't earlier. Michelle decided to go with the ghost light right now as we're climbing onto Pirates. There we go, getting on Pirates. Off we go. We'll just walk right in, pretty much. So Michelle and I have gotten off Pirates, and here's the cool thing: our next Lightning Lane isn't for it's until like around noon for Haunted Mansion. So now we're gonna go just do whatever we want. That's the nice thing about Lightning Lanes. They buy you extra time. They buy you free time. You're not standing in line. You can look in stores. You can go watch a show. And so that's one of the reasons why I actually really like Lightning Lanes, is because of that benefit right there. So Michelle and I are gonna go and kill some time before we head over to Haunted Mansion, maybe grab some food, and we'll see what happens. We'll see you at Haunted Mansion. I know this isn't part of this video, but don't sleep on the Sleepy Hollow corn dogs. These are really good. So I'm going to be honest with you, I think this sign is about to update because it currently says 20-minute wait that we're about to go through. I do not think that this is a 20-minute wait. It's probably a 35 to 40-minute wait. It's all the way out here. So yeah, I think that sign's about to update. This is one of my fun facts as we're heading into this Haunted Mansion Lightning Lane. This horse-drawn hearse is used. It's not a prop. So you're about to see a video that I just did. I'm going to put it there on the side. That is how long it took me standing here in line, real time, to get that Buzz Lightyear Lightning Lane. It's really easy. You just click select for your Lightning Lane. This is after I tapped in at Haunted Mansion. You just hit select, you scroll down, and then voila. You pick the time you want, you confirm your party, and then you confirm the Lightning Lane, and then it's in your schedule. So we now have a Buzz Lightyear, which is we're going to call it a bonus Lightning Lane. It's not one of the rides we had said we want to get on today, but now we will be able to. So we have a Buzz Lightyear for $325. One of the things I really like about this ride is that while you're about to get on it, your heartbeat on your Magic Band slows down. I want to point out that as we're getting off, that sign now says 40. Remember what I said we were getting on, that the line wasn't 20, it was 35-40? Yeah, I was correct. And we just had a great time on Haunted Mansion, and Michelle just had an interesting moment as we were coming off. Didn't you have an interesting moment there, Michelle?
Small world after all. I got spotted by somebody who comes to my cycle classes.
See? Everybody comes to Disney, even people who ride stationary bikes. Michelle and I have come to Tomorrowland, and we are about to get on Space Mountain. It is back up again. Point out that the standby wait, if you can't read it, says 60 minutes, 60 minutes, and we are about to use that multi-experience Lightning Lane we got, because that was supposed to be the first Lightning Lane we had this morning, but the ride was down, and it must have been so down they knew, because they gave us that multi-experience pass before our time. So I'm glad that it's back up and we're about to get on it. Now, I've never been able to get a cast member to confirm it. I keep trying, but I believe that the rides, almost all Lightning Lane rides have a double tap. not many of them actually use them. The double tap is being used for lines like Space Mountain that has the ability for people in the long line to jump over the thing and come up the hill. Because I have never not double tapped on Space Mountain, but it's just kind of it's just an observation. I tried conferring with a cast member. He says we just want to make sure. So he was very professional, but he didn't give me a full answer. Anyway, we're about to get on Space Mountain, but then we're gonna start talking to you about single pass Lightning Lanes. Now I can't film on Space Mountain. No handhelds. I have to put this away before I get on the ride. So sorry about that. We'll see you in a little bit. But then we have something about single pass Lightning Lanes, which is our next thing to do. Because of timing, Michelle and I are now heading over to Tron, and we have a 125 single pass Lightning Lane. For those who don't know, single pass Lightning Lanes are the types you have to buy individually. I did buy this 7 days prior to the start of this vacation, and I believe it was $15 at the time for Tron. I looked at it this morning and it was $22, so it has gone up. Now, that also means that they're expecting a lower crowd when I first started doing it, and then they reevaluated. Now, here's the thing that I'm going to show you that you can do with single pass Lightning Lanes as well as multi-pass Lightning Lanes. You can scan in up to 5 minutes early, because it is currently 1:19 as we walk up to go to our Lightning Lane. So at 1:20, we can scan in even though our Lightning Lane is for 1:25. This is yet another ride that we can't film on. We will put I'll put the little action shot in as we get in there, but because we have to put all of our stuff into a locker. But right now, we are beginning to walk past the 115-minute long wait line. It started all the way back down near Space Mountain. And you can see it kind of going past me. So we're heading up to go do our Lightning Lane. We're gonna scan in about 5 minutes early. I do want to point out that we're not to the entry for Lightning Lanes yet. And as you can see, there's a switchback. So there's not only that single line that you were seeing earlier, there's a switchback before you even enter in. And this is why the single pass for this ride currently is very, very smart, because I have to be honest, I love this ride. It's a great ride. It's only about a minute long. It is not worth 115 minutes in line. So this is one of those single passes that I feel is very much worth the money.
Users, prepare to be digitized into the world of Tron.
So I'm going to do a quick PSA as Michelle and I make our way over to the monorail to head to the Polynesian Resort. And that PSA is, I'm respectful of the people around me. I try not to film people that don't want to be filmed. I know that when I do walking talks, I'm going to still catch people on camera, but this PSA is simple. Don't be a jerk to me just because you feel like being a jerk to me because you don't seem to like vloggers. I had a guy on Tron as I was trying to film the start sequence as we came into the room. I'm on vacation, I don't want to be vlogged. Camera wasn't pointed at him, I was aimed at the front wall, and then he made a point to try to block my shot. Don't be a jerk. It's relatively simple. And I know I sound pissed about this, because I am. I am not that vlogger that you need to worry about. Put your anger where it needs to go. Not at the people who are trying to mind their own business. No one was in front of my camera. The microphone wasn't even aimed at you. If you're not on the screen, don't worry about it. You're not on the screen. Don't try to force yourself on the screen so that you can sit there and be like, I don't want to be vlogged. You weren't. You weren't. I always like to grab the high lockers because I'm tall. And you go. I don't want you to just take my word for it. I want you to hear Michelle. So, Michelle, 110-minute wait. Worth it or not?
No. Not at all. Like the ride is way too short. It's a lot of fun. It's not worth a 2-hour wait, especially in the sun.
Yeah, there's moments in that line that are still in the sun, but I mean it's a minute long at most. I think it's 57 seconds. I think I timed it at once, and it's a great ride. And here's the thing: even if you do that long wait or you do the single pass, wait for the front row. Waiting for the front row is 100% worth it. Yeah, the experience is amazing from the front row. I highly recommend it. Right? Yeah. Now here's the thing. We have a lull until our next Lightning Lane, but we also have dinner, an early dinner at Ohana. We're actually going to be heading over to the Polynesian shortly, and we're going to show you a little trick because one of our Lightning Lanes falls while we're having dinner. But we'll show you that when we get back. It'll be real quick for you. Here we go. Hey, look, it's hours later, and we're at Buzz Lightyear for that check-in. Now, here's the thing. This was a bonus one for us. So it's not one we had on our list of priorities, but we were able to get it. This is the first. We currently have 3 stacked up. We have this, we have Peter Pan's Flight, and we have Jungle Cruise. And Peter Pan's Flight and Jungle Cruise were definitely on our list. Buzz Lightyear is just a bonus get. We could get a lot more. We'll talk about that in a second, but we're gonna go do Buzz Lightyear. Let's see. I am not good at getting Galactic Hero. Michelle, how about you?
Got it once.
She got it once. Yeah, I got it once as well. It's not my thing. I still like playing the game, but here we go. I honestly believe that Michelle had a malfunctioning gun because that was not her typical job. I believe that Michelle has had a malfunctioning gun, but there's her score, which I don't believe. That's not her norm. She usually at least does like 150,000. I think she had a malfunctioning gun. I did not. That's about what I get. So on a whim, and you can hear Tron still behind us. So on a whim, after we got off of Buzz, I just went in, because it is later in the day, it's after 6 p.m., and I wanted to see if there's any Lightning Lanes left. And I was able to get one for pretty much right now for Under the Sea, Voyage of the Mermaid. And we are currently heading into Storybook Circus because Michelle wants to check out Big Top Souvenirs. She likes to look through there. And then we're gonna head over there. I'm probably not gonna select anymore, and that's kind of what I was talking about before. Since I've got a moment as we're walking into Storybook Circus, I'll talk about that there are some in Magic Kingdom, there are some what I would call filler rides that are on the Lightning Lane list, like Barnstormer here. And as you can see, currently it's down because there was lightning in the area, but it would normally be a walk-on at this time of day. And you know, things like Dumbo and things like Aladdin and PhilharMagic. Some of these, like Monsters Inc., I don't feel they need Lightning Lanes, but they're there and people use them. And like I understand, like if you have small kids, it might be helpful, but as we're walking through the water zone, which isn't squirting water, thankfully, but Michelle and I both agree that those attractions are not, well, they're just filler. And we got Lightning Lanes to everything we wanted Lightning Lanes for today. No, we didn't ride Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. We actually did that last night. If you want to watch a great video, we just did a video on everything we can accomplish without Lightning Lanes in the last 2 hours of the park. That one was a lot of fun. So we are now going to head up to Adventures of Little Mermaid, and then we have 2 more Lightning Lanes, and that's it for today. And as you can see, it's really easy to get everything you want, as long as you're vigilant and pay attention. Thank you. So Michelle and I are making it onto one of Michelle's, I guess it's a guilty pleasure, because how much she likes Little Mermaid. Ariel's her favorite princess, right? Yep. So we're gonna head in to do this one. I was glad I was able to get this one. It's just nuts that it was still available at the moment of. So that's just goes to show you. However, this line is currently registered at a 35 to 40 minute wait. And this ride is fun, but not worth a 35 or 40 minute wait. Do you also agree with that? Yeah, okay. So, in we go. We have made our way around to Fantasyland because it is time to get on one of the actually hardest Lightning Lanes to get, Peter Pan's Flight. It's amazing how hard this one is to get. And we are about to go on here, and currently the wait is 65 minutes. This is a very slow load ride, and so therefore the Lightning Lane is actually worth it. So when you show up at Peter Pan's Flight, you should, if you want to ride it, you need to get that Lightning Lane early. So Peter Pan's Flight, definitely worth one of the ones that's worth getting a Lightning Lane for, just because it is such a slow load. The line's always long, all day long. It's worth it. We have one more to go, and that's Jungle Cruise. So let's try my transportation trick again. All right, Michelle and I have come to our final Lightning Lane, Jungle Cruise.
Now, folks, behold, the moment you've all been waiting for, the ace wonder off the world, the never-before-seen, the amazing, the terrific, the backside of water!
Hey!
O2H! 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 O2H!
With Jungle Cruise fading into the distance, Michelle and I are going to go find a nice spot to kind of wrap up our Lightning Lane experience today. All right, so Michelle, it's the end of our Lightning Lane journey. Was it good?
Yeah, very successful day.
Yeah, we got a lot done today. We it started with us supposed to do a Space Mountain, and because Space Mountain got closed for most of the morning, it kicked off saying that we used it, basically. So I was able to pick a new one, and once I was able to pick a new one, it was game on. Tiana's first, and then we did Pirates, and then we did Space and Haunted Mansion, right? And then we did Tron, and then we had a big break with dinner at Ohana. You should watch that review. It will be up on the channel. We had a great dinner at Ohana. Came back, and we had lined up Jungle Cruise, Peter Pan's Flight, and Buzz, and we added Under the Sea with Adventures of the Little Mermaid, Voyage of the Little Mermaid. So we got a lot done today. And again, there are some Lightning Lanes that I think are fillers, right? So they're not worth wasting your Lightning Lane on. And we feel that while there's plenty of Lightning Lanes here to use in Magic Kingdom, there's some that are like to trick you into using Lightning Lanes. So make sure you really decide what you want to do with the Lightning Lanes. Because you can walk on Monsters, Inc., you can walk on PhilharMagic. You're not going to really have to wait too long for those. And it's just, not worth it. But we spent $31 per person today, so that's $62. Multiply that by 2, that's $124. That's a family of 4. So just to give you an idea that it can be a little bit on the expensive side, but today was worth it. I think we paid, especially with the lines we saw. Tron, what was it, 110 when we got there? And it was 70 most of the day. And then we saw Peter Pan at 45 still mid-afternoon. 35 just now on Jungle Cruise. 65 at Space Mountain. And we skipped all that. All of it. Tiana's, oh my God, Tiana's. When we first got there, that was the crowd of people showing up at Tiana's and doing their thing, right? So that was crazy.
That queue is very, very, very hot.
Yeah, that queue's hot to stand in when the sun's out. So we were glad to skip that one. So hopefully our tips on how to do it, we've showed you a couple times how to modify, how to work through it. We've talked about the 5-minute rule. Remember that there's a 15-minute. We didn't actually have to work this one, but there's a 15-minute after rule. There's also another thing. We almost had to do it with Ohana, but we didn't. If you eat at a restaurant and you can provide the receipt and tap in, they will let you through if you go, hey, look, I was eating, because they want you spending your money in Disney, so they'll give you your privileges back if you miss a Lightning Lane. But we didn't have to. We almost did have to, but we didn't with Buzz, and that worked out. So hopefully this video has been helpful to you. I know Michelle's been the pretty part in this part of the video, which is why you're watching it all the way through, because you don't want to see my ugly face, you want to see her pretty one. What? It's true. Anyway, we're going to head out. We're going to stick around for fireworks. We're going to try watching it from a new spot this time. We're going to try it from down Main Street. You should try it too. That's not in this video though. Anyway, we appreciate you being here. Hit a like, hit the subscribe if you're new. Comment down below how you use Lightning Lane, how many you've gotten in one day. And like we always say, we don't like to say goodbye because we're going to see you real soon. So we say, see you bye. In the castle, pretty, just like her.